is Courtney Stodden. My mother married me off when I was 16 years old.
My name is Chris Shang, and I'm Courtney Stodden's boyfriend and manager.
I'm Courtney's mother.
When the rest of the world seems so serious, we just have a fun time.
Sham likes to have a good time. Sham likes to party. Hello!
Hi, my name is David. I am a decorator. I'm a real estate agent.
Welcome to my life. So I'm here at Dr. Clark's office. He's a celebrity psychologist. I'm looking forward to speaking to him because I deal with a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings. My story, I got married when I was 16 to a 50-year-old.
How old are you now?
I'm 23. I'll be 24 in a couple weeks. Yeah. Yeah.
It was more than twice your age. My goodness.
Three times my age. Yeah.
It was a pleasure for me to meet Courtney today. She's a very sensitive young woman, and I think she's on a good course for her in terms of making her life much better than it has been.
He's a Hollywood actor. And I come from a really small town in Washington State. And my mother signed off on the papers for me to marry him. You know, from how much a 16-year-old girl knows, I was in love with him, and he's a very good man. It was an unconventional situation, but as you can probably grasp, it was a mind fuck. You know, excuse the language, but it was a total mind fuck for a young girl to go through, not only marrying so young, but also becoming famous instantly. I became famous overnight.
She's currently on an antidepressant, Lexapro, and based on the history and some of the symptomatology, there's a question in my mind whether or not a mood stabilizer might also be appropriate. Have you ever taken medication for
I am on Lexapro.
How are you?
Yes.
Any other medications?
Just Lexapro and birth control.
And birth control.
And birth control.
How long have you been on the Lexapro?
I've been on the Lexapro for about a year.
About a year.
And I've noticed such a difference, though.
You feel better.
Oh, so much better. I mean, there were times before I was on the medication when, you know, friends would come over to the house. And they would maybe come over for dinner or something. And because of my celebrity and because of like what everybody expects from me, the whole like, you know, makeup and bigger than life thing, my anxiety and social anxiety was so bad that I would hide in my room, my vanity area, and spend 3 hours getting ready.
Oh my.
And
just for dinner. Just
to go out and spend time with my friends. I'd get ready and then I'd have to have a drink before I left the room. You know, because I think I just felt this immense amount of pressure to put on a show because that's what everyone saw.
You're on stage all the time.
Yeah. Even in my home. Yeah. And so now on Lexapro, you're on Lexapro, I answer the door and my hair's in a towel and I have a pimple on my face. I'm like, come on in, you know? So,
the first time you've been a real person.
Yes.
I say.
Yes. And it's so liberating.
There's a little bit of alcohol use, which I think I need to monitor a little bit more closely going forward. But at this point, it's reported to be only 1 drink a week, which is not much. But this is a possible concern with somebody who might have some mood instability. Have you used much alcohol, or has there been much alcohol?
You know, I do have like a glass of wine in the evening.
That's about the extent of it?
Yes, about it. Sometimes 2, but that's it. I don't drink hard liquor or anything like that.
Use any other illicit drugs or controlled
substances? Sometimes indica.
And there's a little bit of marijuana use, but apparently it's very little.
Marijuana?
Yeah.
To sleep, and I have that medically. But I don't use that every day.
Not every day?
No.
And what kind of quantity do you use?
Oh, it's just a little, like, you know, like the little spliff pens. It's just a little sip. It's a little puff, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing. It's important to be properly medicated rather than self-medicating. Have you had mood swings or ups and downs? Has there been anything like that?
Yes, for sure. Obviously, women do with mood swings because of PMSing and stuff, which that's what I'm happening right now, to be honest.
Oh, you?
Getting ready to start. Is that your work?
You get a little irritable during.
I usually don't, but
menstrual cycle?
once in a while, it's normal. But outside of that, yeah, I deal with, this is a silly example, but me and my new boyfriend, we went to Magic Mountain. Yeah, I think it was like a couple weeks ago. And, I love doing little kid things because I feel like I lost that, at a young age. I lost that, and I automatically became like this older house, and a celebrity and compared to older men. So I love doing little kid things, and we went to Magic Mountain. I had the most amazing day. Like, I was just like, felt like I was 5. I was just like, yeah, this ride. And then we spent all day there, and we got back home, and I went in the bathtub. The bathtub is usually where I crash because I'm by myself, and
There are highs and lows.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm either like really, really, really high, or like can't shut up.
Yes.
And then I'm,
People experience their highs if they have mood swings in different ways. Some people find themselves feeling elated and happy, and some people find that they're very productive at work and things, and other people find themselves irritable and easily slighted. And do you feel all of those, or do you feel?
I was gonna say, wow, I feel all these things.
All those things sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, when I get manic, very high, I get very manic. I get very, either it's a lot of energy, and I dancing around and acting like a 3-year-old, and then or another manic episode. Yeah, I'm very productive. Very productive.
How long do the highs last? Do they? Is it a matter of 1 or 2 days, or is it more than a week?
It's circumstantial.
It can vary.
It's circumstantial. Yeah.
Have you ever had a high that lasted more than a week, or a time when you were consistently irritable for more than a week?
No. No.
That's a long time to be.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm usually irritable maybe at most half of a day.
Oh,
and
that's
then,
interesting for me. That's
really?
It's good for me to know.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Well, it has a big impact on how I can help you.
Okay.
So.
Good.
So that's a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just a really deep down, before any of this fame happened, or any of this, as a child, I was very carefree, so happy. Like, but I was like so happy.
Consistently
happy.
Your mood was stable at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I think when I hit my teens, growing up, things start changing a little bit. But I'm just innately, I am still that little girl. I'm happy. I'm carefree. And I think when circumstances happen, I'm extra sensitive, and I just get more sad than cranky.
It's been very nice getting to know you.
Thank you.
And I know it's a first visit, but I wish you the best.
You got your work cut out for you, Doc.
Well,
Let me tell you got your work cut out.
Well, it doesn't sound that difficult.
Really?
Sounds like you're on a good road right now.
Thank you.
So,
that's affirming.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, good. I hope your career goes well, and I hope you continue to feel good about your self-discovery.
Personal life, yeah.
So.
Thank you, Doc.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much for the session.
Pleasure meeting you.
So I just finished my first session with Dr. Clark, and I really like him. He's a very kind man. He seems very sweet and intelligent, and I'm looking forward to seeing him again, and getting into more depth of, you know, my circumstances and my situation. But he was very affirming in regards to the fact that he feels like I'm on the right path of my self-discovery and not continuing to hide behind an image. And so I'm looking forward to talking to him more about that and, you know, learning to love who I really am and not just that portrayal. So yeah, I really enjoyed him and enjoyed our session and looking forward to the next one. So I am here at a park by my mother's house, and I'm awaiting her arrival.
The fuck? What is he doing? He can't play basketball. See, he can't even make a hoop. Can you take a break from being an NBA professional for 1 second? Chris, did you have a drink at the bar or something? You're acting crazy. Where's the bar? I want some before I have this meeting with my mother. Whoa, are you okay?
No, I think I'm passed out.
Chris, what are you doing?
I'm playing basketball.
You look like you do after you just fucked. Can you please go get my purse in the car? And please, and take care of the dog. Cupcake's in there by herself. And can you get my purse? Please? And then you can go back to being a NBA professional.
So we're at the park today, and Courtney's about to meet her mom after the big blow up, and we're gonna see what's about to happen. I have no idea. I just know that she's gonna start talking about her feelings and how she truly feels, and we'll see how her mom responds.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, how are you?
you? Thanks for coming.
Oh, I have the same thing in black.
This is black, right? Or is it blue?
No, all black.
Oh, really?
Yes, I do.
That's funny. We've always done that.
I should have worn mine today.
I'm hoping that we can come to some kind of resolution today. So, I feel like we have some things to talk about.
All right.
Do you?
Yeah.
You do think we have something?
Yeah.
What do you think we have to talk about?
Well, just, I don't know where to start. So, do you want to start or?
I think we should start with you because I think the last riff started with you being uncomfortable and you never relayed it to me.
Uncomfortable?
You stormed out of my concert, so afterwards. So
Oh, that,
in front
okay.
of the group of people. So.
I didn't storm out of your concert. Let me explain. Let me talk, and then you can talk then if you want me to start.
Absolutely. That's respectful.
Okay, so I was very excited for your concert, and I helped you with things that you needed help with, and I loved helping you, and I was excited for you, okay? And so, you know, afterwards, I was just going to leave, and then Julio came up to me. He's like, can you help me find Courtney? I'm like, okay, oh, Julio, okay, fine. I'll help you find Courtney. So I forgot, and I was doing something else. And then I seen Julio again.
Oh.
And he's like, did you find Courtney? I'm like, oh no, I thought you had left. So I go out to the front, and you're out there with just, you know, some people around you. And I'm like, oh, Julio, there she is. Let's go find her. So we're standing there, and you're talking to people, and you're like taking a couple pictures. And Reggie's like, why don't you go get a picture with her? And I'm like, oh, okay. So I asked if I could get a picture, and some guy goes, let's go up together. And so we go up. He's on one side, and I'm on the other side. Maybe it was Travis. I can't even, I don't even know. Then all of a sudden, we're posing, and you look over at me and go, Mom, can you please move? I want to take a picture with him. So I moved, you know, which I thought, well, okay, you know, I'm going to be a good sport here. I moved. And then you started walking a little bit. And I'm like, you know, he's like, oh, you should ask her now. I'm like, well, let's wait a few minutes. So I waited a while, and then I said, Courtney, can I just get a quick picture with you? Because I wanted to go home. I was tired. And Chris turns around and like, you'll get your turn, just, why don't you wait or something like that, or you're in. And I'm just like, I was just shocked because it's like barked at me. So I'm like, just stood there and just like, what the heck just happened? And so I just stood there for a minute, I said, Reggie, you know what? I just want to go home. Okay. And he's like, okay. So I said, I could have just left, but I wanted to come say goodbye to you. So I come over and I put my arms around you and I tried to kiss your cheek, and you, oh no. Everybody, my mom is acting out here. I'm like, oh, this is fun. So I just said, you know what? Bye, and we'll see you later. And everyone was kind of looking at me, and I thought, you know what? I've been in embarrassing moments before, so I can deal with this. So I left, and I went home, and I wasn't very happy.
So that's what happened.
That's what happened. I wasn't very
For that
happy.
stage. Okay, well, let me explain my perspective.
All right.
Because I see things a little bit differently. So the concert, leading up to the concert, you know how I was going through so much stress, and you know that. And Mom, can you look at me? Please. I wanna really, I don't care about these cameras. I really don't. And
go ahead.
I would, no.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
I would appreciate you to see me.
I do see you, okay?
But when you're
All
looking
right.
over here and stuff, I don't feel like you're listening to me. My mom tends to have a hard time, like, listening, and I think she feels attacked when in reality I'm just trying to tell her how she's hurt my feelings. After the concert was over, I had a bunch of fans outside, a group of fans, they're all fans, and at this point I was really nervous. I had, we all were kind of drinking Patron and stuff, and I was just like, oh, I'm a lightweight. And so I was outside, and Chris is my manager right now. And so he was trying to take care of the situation because he knew that I wanted to say hi to a few fans, but because of my nerves, I wanted to kind of like go. Right. And so how I see it is that I never saw you come up to me and say, Courtney, come take a picture. I'm like, no, not right now. Forgive me, but unless I have amnesia, I do not remember ever saying that to you. And then what I remember happening was, because of all of like my fans and beautiful people, you said, Courtney, you kind of brushed by some fans and said, over here. And Chris turned to you and said, I remember he said, Krista, you'll get your turn. You're in, you're the mom, you'll get your turn. Oh, I remember your energy. You switched and you were so upset. And maybe it's because you were embarrassed and all your reasons. You never told me. And all of a sudden you came back and you go, Courtney. And I said, my mom is mad over something.
Why do you have to announce it to the crowd?
Because my fans told me. My fans said, why is your mom acting like that?
Sure. I
They
was right
did.
there. No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. You were right there.
No, they didn't.
You said I could talk. Now let me
You
speak.
can talk, but you know what?
No, I can't. You have a bug
okay.
on you, Mom. Please,
I
listen.
find that hard to believe, but go ahead.
Well, that's what happened. So then you came back.
It's very mild.
You came back and you said, Courtney, I will see you later. And you gave me a kiss on the cheek very reluctantly. And you looked at Chris, and here's Chris's, you go, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
No, I said I'll talk to you later.
You said I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
That's
tomorrow.
what you said.
I said
Yes,
later.
no.
I wasn't going to talk to him
I'm
tomorrow.
sorry.
That's beside the point,
People
but I
heard
said
you,
later.
but that's what happened. Whatever you want to say. So then, the next day, I text you. And I said, thank you, Mom. I didn't hear a word back from you. I feel like you don't treat me like a child. I feel like you treat me like I am a sister.
Well, you know what?
Competition. And you know what, Mom? That kills me every day. kills me every day and you don't care.
Oh, I do care. You know why I care? Because I'm concerned about how you look at life and how you look at things.
You text me. You text me.
Yes, I did.
Then.
I stand behind both of those texts.
I'm sure you do, and that's what saddens me.
I stand behind both of those texts.
You take zero responsibility, and you blame a mental illness. You say, "Oh, Courtney, I had no idea you struggled with bipolar. I am so sorry for you."
That's the only reason you would act like that. That's
maybe things happen to other people because of how they're
trying
being
to talk
raised.
so loud.
Of how they're being raised.
You know what? You were spoiled. I'm guilty of one thing, of spoiling you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I spoiled you.
Oh, yeah?
And you're an ungrateful child.
You spoiled me so much to where you married me to an older man, older than my dad, and then you tried to steal him away from me? That's being spoiled?
I never tried to steal him away from me.
That's being spoiled? Yes, you did.
Sure,
yes, you did.
What? If she's going to keep yelling, there's children around here. She has no respect for other people. I'm going to go.
I have no respect for other people.
No,
you know
you
what, Mom?
don't.
You have no respect
for your mother.
child, and you have no respect for her marriages, and you have no respect for her boyfriends, calling out his size.
You're the one that joked
no
about it. You joked about it.
It doesn't matter. You've said things about Reggie, and I would never, ever,
I have never said anything
Oh, yes,
bad
you
about
have.
Reggie.
You said he flirts with other girls all the time.
No, I never said that.
He's too nice to women.
No,
yes, you do.
No,
yes, you do.
No, you're the one that said it.
No, you do.
You said it.
You said it. That's why you don't say hello to children, and he knows it.
You said it.
You know what, Mom?
You said it.
You do not tell the truth.
You want to be a victim.
No.
Yeah, you do. That's how you get your attention. You have a lot of family behind you and a lot of support.
That's how I get my attention.
And you're spoiled.
Thank you, Mom.
And you're ungrateful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're an ungrateful child.
Thank you, Mom.
You know, and a lot of people have children that are ungrateful. They do a lot for them.
Poor Krista Keller.
No, not poor me. I'm fine. I've come to terms with it.
Good.
I've come to terms with how you are ungrateful. You don't remember. Is there anything good that I've ever done for you?
I've
You're
said
sure
that to
mouthing
the
off the
therapist.
bad things.
No, see, you can't.
And what you said to me,
take
and what
responsibility for
you
the bad
said,
things you've done.
and what you
can
said,
hear good things you've done, but you can't
know
hear the
what?
bad things you've done.
You are not my
And that's
judge.
What,
Who appointed you my judge? I'd like to know that.
Nobody.
Okay, you have no right to come down and complaining on me.
See,
okay,
this is exactly what I told the therapist yesterday.
You're just doing
this. Is exactly what I told the therapist.
I don't care what you told the therapist.
And he's wondering if you would ever go off camera and actually do therapy with your daughter. And I don't think you would.
Well,
because I asked you to a long time ago.
You have never asked me to do therapy with you.
When I cut you off for 2 years of my life. Before that, before I cut you off as my momager, I asked you if we could work on this.
Off.
Yes, I did. No.
You were too hard to deal with.
No, you're trying to come around again because of these cameras. That's why you came to this park, because these cameras are here.
That's why you came.
That's why you came.
No,
and everybody knows it.
No, it's
the world knows it.
I don't care what the world knows.
Yeah, I know you don't care.
You think the world...
You don't care.
You think...
You know, I'm not going to sit here and do this because I gave you time to speak, and when it comes to my time, you don't want to take responsibility. And I've come...
You know what?
I'm
not going to listen to you tell me things that are not true.
My mother will not take responsibility.
I've come to terms that you're a person that's got too much and you're spoiled.
I've got too much.
And you
I'm
do
broke.
not appreciate...
I got too much. I'm broke. I'm barely getting by. I got too much.
I'm telling when you were a child.
I got married when I was 16.
That was your choice.
You know what? You signed the papers because you didn't think that relationship could last. You weren't happy with my father, so you wanted to marry Doug. That's what you wanted to do, and that is the truth.
If I wanted to marry Doug, when he asked me out, I would have went out with him. Okay? He asked me out before he asked you.
No, he didn't.
Okay,
no, he didn't.
Yes,
You're a liar. You lie to try to get your own way.
Don't you remember when he called me?
You constantly lie to try to get your own way.
Don't you remember when he called first and talked to me and said,
you have a thing for him. And it's amazing. You have had a thing for your child, 16.
I don't have a thing for your husband.
And that's disgusting.
No, I don't.
You hurt me so much.
No.
And you keep saying no. You will never take responsibility. And you know,
just because you say it doesn't mean it's true, Courtney.
It doesn't matter.
You make up all kinds of crap all the time.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Then I'm delusional. I have the most amazing mother right now.
I don't really care what you think of me anymore. You know that?
I know you don't.
Because you
obviously, because you would have came here with an open heart, a full heart, and you would have said, if I ever hurt you, Courtney, I am sorry and I love you and you're my daughter and you will not do that.
You can't just hurt me all the time and expect me to say sorry to you all the time.
Mom,
it's not going to happen, Courtney.
I took care of you as a little girl.
You never took care of nobody.
Yes, I did. You were crying on the beach. I felt responsible for my own mother at 11 years old.
Well, you know what, Courtney?
Why do you think I moved you into Hollywood? Right next door to me. Right next door to me. I knew you were. My dad said you were like on your deathbed because I moved away and you didn't have a life. I took you in. I loved my mother and I still love you, and you will not take any responsibility.
I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you. You're not going to disrespect me, okay? You're not going to disrespect me.
You know what, Mom? If you feel like this is disrespect, you're delusional. You're a delusional human being, and I pray you get therapy.
You know what?
I pray you get help.
You can call me all the names you want to.
I pray to God you get help.
You know what?
Before life
I'm
takes
fine with
us.
myself.
Before life takes us,
I'm fine with
pray to
myself.
God.
You're the one that's going
you're
to
selfish.
think back at this.
You're selfish. You're fine with yourself. You're selfish. You're
no,
selfish.
No.
And for once,
you know
I'm going to tell you to your face,
there is something really good that's come out of this, though. This is something really good that's come out of this.
To know that I don't have a mother. That's great. That's divine.
You have a mother.
What?
You just need to learn to respect her.
It's not the kind of mother that I deserve.
Well, you can't cookie cut your mother, okay? You can't order your mother. You can't put an order in for your mother. Someday you're going to wish you would respect your mother, okay?
As her daughter, I always hope that whenever we have these meetings that some miracle's gonna take place and she will actually listen to me and just give me a hug and you know, own up to a few things. Not everything. It doesn't have to be everything. Maybe just one thing. But no, she doesn't, and it's really damaging and devastating and heartbreaking.
Give her till she's about 30 years old, and then she's going to start coming around, and she's going to, you know, start realizing, you know, really how life is, and that there's no perfect parent, and I know there's no perfect child, but I can't continue to stand in front of her and get tongue lashed. So that's all I really have to say about it.
There are apparently some conflicts, a history of conflicts with her mother and her father that are probably unresolved. And it's unusual for a 16-year-old to marry somebody who's over 50 years old. So there are undoubtedly issues involving her father